I was just smiling all through the meditation because I got an insight from Sir when he was talking about intentions. Because I was sitting manifesting, and there were a lot of things I wanted to manifest. I want this, I want that. And Sir told that you have to have a clarity for that. And that day I realized my main thing that I want to manifest is that I want to teach meditation to people. So this is the thing which is the first and foremost important for me, and others will follow.
After starting doing meditation, I could see major difference in my behavior, my physical and mental health. So I thought of spreading this to the underprivileged students. So I started going into a school, and after meeting the students there, I got to know that most of the students were very angry with the god or with the universe, that why they are not that privileged like other students or other kids.
Even for this coaching program, Chandra says that I have joined up, of course, a few days back. I have been meaning to sign up for this program for a while now, and every time I would stop either at the payment stage or I would stop at something else. But again, as they say, and I mentioned earlier, only when the student is ready, the guru will arrive. I think guru in my coaching journey has arrived as well, and I have successfully signed up for that coaching program. And I look forward to obviously sharing my practices, my experience in the form of a coach when I'm ready and trained, of course, from a coach point of view as well. I think I have got an internal calling now on that front as well that I should sign up. And I'm very happy to be part of the CEO coaching program from a level 1 and level 2 as well.
A very happy morning and evening, dear friends and masters. Welcome to the day 31 of this 40-day program, Quantum. I congratulate you all to reach till here and still continuing this journey and learning more. So my name is Nidhi Mehta, and I'm joining from Gujarat, India. And like everyone here, I also started my journey with a 40-day program in 2024. And since then, I have been meditating, and I'm seeing a lot of benefits. And in the beginning, yeah, it was tough to sit for the meditation, but with continuous practice and determination, I could sit in meditation. And with that regular practice, actually helped me to deepen my practice. And now it's like a food for my soul. Like I need to meditate every day, otherwise, I feel something is missing in my day. So volunteering with Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation really helped me be consistent with that practice, and attending each and every program really helped me in my practice. And regular wisdom with Chandra sir has helped me grow my mindset and thought process. So, being more mindful and meditating every day is really helping me. And I hope you all have such great sharings and changes you can observe in your own self through meditation. So, friends, yesterday we learned about the 6 spiritual science theories, and we learned about the theory of consciousness and theory of reincarnation. So, we learned that everything is energy, and how this energy changes from one form to another. And the theory of reincarnation, we learned about how everything is just experience, like how we come here for various experiences, and then further our consciousness want more and to explore itself, and it comes again for different experiences. And we now take life as we see it as experience perspective. So these were the theories we learned yesterday. We will be learning more today also. And yeah, we'll be doing meditation first. And today, sir will be joining later for the wisdom session. And we'll be starting with meditation first. So, friends, get ready. We'll be doing breath mindfulness meditation. So, relax your body. Get comfortable. Close your eyes. Clasp your hands, fingers into fingers, and observe your normal, natural in-breath and out-breath. Do not do any forceful inhalation and exhalation. Just observe the breath. So we'll be playing music and guidance. So as we can see in the picture, we'll start with heart elevation process. It will help us to deepen our experience. So sit comfortably with your hands on your heart. Recollect any happy moments from past or future, and where you feel joy and happiness, gratitude. Just recollect the memories and relive the moment and feel the happiness and joy. Followed by heart elevation, you'll be doing breath mindfulness meditation. So, yes, friends, sit comfortably, clasp your hands, cross your legs at the ankle, and observe your natural breath. So, let's start with the meditation. Thank you.
Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, keep your hands in your chest area. And resting your attention on your sacred heart. And can you feel your beautiful heart? Feel the center of all emotions, nurturing all life. With its higher vibration of love. compassion, kindness, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your past? Or simply imagine to be living an experience of higher emotions of love, deep joy, gratitude. Relive that moment and feel that energy. The more you experience, this higher emotions and energy of love, compassion, the more coherent you become. With all things and everyone. We are all deeply interconnected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy connected to each other. Use self to direct this energy, to spread this energy to everyone and everything on this planet, to help them elevate themselves. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. Feel. And slowly Let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. We are going into powerful group meditation, dear friends. Observe your natural in breath and the out breath. When you observe your breath, your mind becomes empty. The mind is becoming empty. We experience greater emptiness. That calmness inside of you, all around you. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize your thinking, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to go into the deeper states of calmness, emptiness. As the mind is becoming empty, all the liberated energy is channelized into the present moment. Your body begins to function at its natural best. You develop greater power of thought. Come into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness, calmness inside of you, all around you. become aware of that calmness, stillness within you as you merge into your breath. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of limitless dimensions, the field of infinite possibilities. The more you are with it, the more you tune in to the abundance of healing energy, empowerment energy, that energy of love, that energy of the mystic, or whatever you can become aware of. Falls into this emptiness of no body, of no thing. or less matter, more emptiness and energy. As the mind is rested, you move away from this matter, your body. You experience that emptiness, energy, the feel of all connection, the field of all wisdom. The more you are in this calmness, emptiness, the more insightful you become, the more connected you become. Merge into the emptiness of yourself, your divine self. receive your greater mind, that awareness. The more you are with it, the more you experience your intuitive intelligence. The more you develop that acceptance, and the more effortless life becomes. Friend, it's truly a privilege to be experiencing this life, to be exploring consciousness for a greater life at this time of history. Many are not so blessed. Can you express gratitude to everything and to everyone? Be grateful to this intelligent universe. To your parents, to your teachers, to your mentors. Deep gratitude to yourself, to your body. Give thanks to this nature, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom. Gratitude to all the people in your life, to everyone. to everything, the technology, the system, the companies, the governments. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. And then you open your eyes.
Okay, friends. What a wonderful opportunity. Connect with the field, become one with the field, spending time with our true self. Yesterday, Chandra sir spoke about the 6 spiritual science laws or nature of our personal reality. When we are practicing meditation, we are withdrawing our senses from our external world and looking inwards to find what is the truth. Truth is something that does not change. When somebody asks you, who are you? Start describing what we are, like what role we are playing, what, say I'm a manager, I'm a CEO, or I'm a doctor. But that is not always. When you're a child, you are not a doctor, not a CEO. Things change, and so that means they're not permanent, they're not truth. Adi Shankaracharya, a great Indian sage who was a big proponent of oneness, Advaita philosophy, he said, Pranayamam Pratyaharam, Nitya Anitya Viveka Vicharam. Whatever, when you are observing your breath and withdrawing your senses from the external world, you contemplate on what is permanent and what is not permanent. That's when you'll find your true nature of your reality. So the 6 spiritual science laws or the nature of your personal reality is essentially defining what is truth and what is not true, what is permanent, what is not impermanent. Anything that does not change, anything that is not a theory that is based on some condition. Okay, it works for some, it doesn't work for others. Then it's not truth. So let's go through. Yesterday, Chandra sir covered a couple of the spiritual science laws. Because when we explore this, when we understand this, when we practice this, then we are finding our true self. We're no longer worried about what's happening based on our external world. So yesterday, Chandra sir spoke about theory of consciousness, that everything comes from nothing. When our observation is in a field based on what we observe, the reality manifests and creates something, and then again it goes away. When the attention is away from that probability, then that goes away from our reality. So everything is consciousness. The things, the people, we as humans, the animals, everything is consciousness. And everything is coming from nothing, the emptiness, which is energy, and manifest based on an observation. And the theory of reincarnation is about understanding that we take this life to experience certain things. We have a purpose. We choose what we want to experience as part of this life. Once there is that purpose is fulfilled, of course, we move away from this physical body. That means there is no death. We carry our experiences, whatever that we are learning, whatever our experiences. But everything else is just left. There is a theory of reincarnation where we are playing a specific role. We choose a role that we want to play. And we play that beautifully. As long as we play, we understand that then there is no higher role or a lower role. Movie actor can choose to play certain role in one movie. Another movie, he or she will choose a different role, want to experience something different. That's exactly what happens, in this whole process of reincarnation. Now, the third law, principle, which we'll understand, and this is another important principle that we want to understand. Principle of cause and effect, or as some may call it, law of karma. As reincarnation, we take a role. Now, what we take up, what we do as part of this role is determined by what we did in the past, what role we played in the past, and what experience we had. And we choose some of that to experience it in the next lifetime. Something that we were supposed to be doing, we didn't do. We choose to do that in the next lifetime. So whatever that we did or we did not do, there is a effect of doing something as well as not doing something. If I hurt somebody, the natural law is that we don't interfere in somebody's life unless it is for their spiritual growth. But if we interfere unnecessarily, let's say you want to grow in your business, and then because of that you actually hurt somebody, you suppress somebody, you stole from some other business, which means you interfered in somebody else's life. Now, end of the life, you want to experience what is that other person felt. I did this. Now I want to experience what that other person was feeling. Only then I'll know what is true, what is real. Only from there we can learn. When we experience both sides is when we can truly distinguish, and our intellect, we can have an intellectual understanding of what is right and what we shouldn't be doing. So we choose to take up that role where we get hurt. So there is, for every action, there is an equal or opposite reaction. That is the law. So whatever that we do, if we do good to somebody, of course, end of the life, we want to experience how, doing good to others felt. So in their next life, you will, or it could be in the same life, there is a cause, there is an effect. So you'll experience the effect. Now, this principle is wrongly assumed as a punishment system. It is not somebody who determines, okay, so you have done this, you need to be punished, or you have done something good, so you need to be rewarded. It is our own creation. Everything is a choice that we make. As consciousness, we choose what to experience and what to learn from. When we take this physical body, we are learning to, is an opportunity for us to deeply learn and experience. So we choose what we want to experience and not somebody imposing something. So we continue to take up different roles. The theory of reincarnation says that you have multiple lifetimes. Now you would have experienced something in your past life, and there is something that was left out, maybe in some different country, or in a different religion. Now you want to complete that. So that's why a lot of people move around. You were born probably in India, but you probably moved to a different country because somewhere in your past, you left some experiences to be had. Now, nothing is by accident. Everything is we create it. Nothing happens by chance. Now, the whole understanding of this whole law of karma is that it is an opportunity for us to deeply learn. Any challenge that comes, when we recognize that this is our own creation, this is something that we chose because we had to deeply learn something. Now, if you don't learn, of course, there will be a cycle. Somebody harms you and you don't learn from this process to forgive, for example, recognizing that, maybe in your previous experience, you had hurt them or somebody else. Now, if you don't learn from that, then what do you do? How do you react? Then you look to, take revenge on that person. Now, that is another cause that we are creating. Then we are not learning from that process. Meditation is helping us to use these opportunities to learn. Meditation and wisdom. The awareness that everything is our own creation, everything is something that we have chosen to experience so that we can learn from that process. So the principle of karma, the law of karma, is essentially an opportunity for us to experience both sides of anything and learn from that, both the experiences. And from there, we move to this principle of constant progression. Once we recognize that everything is a learning process, then there is no failure. Failure is only when you look at it in a very short angle, in a short perspective, short time period, in a very narrow perspective. How many of you know people in your younger days or college mates who probably failed many subjects, repeated many years, and yet today they are successful? If you look at that college days, then you would say, hey, they are utter failures. But we look at it a very narrow time period. But when you stretch your time period and you start looking at a broader picture, then you realize everything was a learning process. Through those failures, that person may have learned significantly and did things completely differently as they grew. If they didn't have that, probably they wouldn't have learned that lesson. The biggest inspiration, the biggest this one that I learn in this aspect is Steve Jobs. He was kicked out of his own company that he created, he built to a very successful state, and yet he was kicked out. And he tells this, and please listen to it. I'm sure there is a video available about this. He says, yes, that was the biggest failure. An entrepreneur getting kicked out of his own company is probably the biggest failure. But it was also a biggest opportunity for him because he went back to the basics. He looked at what is it that he was missing. And he created something much more beautiful. He created multiple companies and came back to Apple and took it to a much higher state. Now, if you look at only one incident, then it seems that he's a failure. But we look at it broadly, then it was an opportunity to progress. Similarly, for everything that we do, we can reflect back. Whatever failure that we thought, but in a longer time period, you see that was an opportunity which shifted you to something bigger height. Now we expand this across lifetimes. Once we know there is a reincarnation, then we shift our timeline beyond a single lifetime. So we stop judging others. Now your kid or your a child may not be studying as per your expectation, but that is a choice that they have made, and what we think as failure is an opportunity that they have created to learn from that. So we stop judging anyone as failures, because those are the opportunities where you're learning so that you can progress. So we look at this, there is a constant progression in everything that we are experiencing. And then once we get meditation into our life, then this is essentially a process of acceleration. The principle of yoga or meditation is to recognize that we are accelerating our progress, accelerating our experience significantly. Our mindset is shifting from ordinary thinking to a miraculous thinking. How many of you are already, thinking? You start, once you come into meditation, your dreams, your aspirations are significantly increasing. Whatever, whether it's material or it is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. I mean, we come to an understanding that everything is spiritual. Even the material experience is a spiritual experience. So there is a significant shift that happens when you come into meditation, because your mindset is moving beyond your limitations. We are breaking all our limitations. Where you would have thought this is not possible before, suddenly you start seeing possibilities. There's infinite possibilities. So you recognize that it's your thought that has to change to move to more miraculous experience. Edgar was just saying, we have this regional conference of meditation leaders, and we have one of this most senior quantum physicist and researcher who's practicing meditation. It's coming there. We never expected, but it's happening. The conferences that we did, we never experienced that. Of course, we dreamt about it, but it goes beyond our expectations. So when meditation comes into our life, friends, our life experiences becomes that much magnified. There's a significant shift that happens. I keep telling this. In my last 5 years, I probably lived multiple lifetimes, because so much of learning that has happened. I'm sure many of you are feeling that too. Because every moment, as we become present, we are experiencing more and more about everything in our day-to-day experience. The food that we eat, the nature we are spending time with, the relationship becomes much, much stronger. You experience everything in a much accelerated space. And finally, friends, again, we become expansive, we become infinite. We're no longer worried about limitations that we have. The principle of infinity is to expand our life to experience the infinity. infinity. There's so many different ways to experience, and you recognize that, then you are no longer, worried about minor things. We transcend our, our challenges significantly. What we would crib about, small things, suddenly doesn't matter. How many of you are feeling that? Because there's so much more to experience. This is just one experience. What if there was, somebody shouted at you? That's one experience. I can experience much more. So the principle of infinity is telling that, there's so much more to experience, and we stop getting bothered about minor things. Everything becomes an experience rather than a problem to solve or a challenge to face. Everything is just an experience. We become more and more equanimous to everything. This nature of personal reality, there are many, many books that we can read and understand from. Brian Weiss, Many Lives, Many Masters. Raymond Moody, Life Between Life, Life After Life. It's a wonderful book. Through various near-death experiences, understand that this is not just this life that we have, and how we choose different lives, the soul's plan. Another book that it's definitely helps you to understand many of these. So thank you, friends, for coming to this program, understanding this is a process of self-discovery. The more we explore this, the more we understand who we are. We become freer. The freedom that we have when we understand this is tremendous. We no longer feel limited. So thank you. Yes, Nidhi Madam, you have any announcements?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for the wonderful wisdom. And friends, today being Wednesday, we have a book club. The book is The Power of Now. The batch 1 will be starting from 8:15 to 9:15 a.m. and batch 2 will be from 8 to 9 p.m. So do join the book club and explore. So thank you, friends.
Hey. Anyone would like to share your experience? We are in 5th week.
There's a question in the chat. Is it okay to wear eye mask to block light to go more within?
Sure. There's nothing, whatever that you feel comfortable. You feel wearing an eye mask will help, please feel free to use it. Over a period of time, then you will get over the need to wear masks too. Yes, somebody wants to share.
Please raise your hand. You can unmute and speak.
Sir, Sir, ma'am, you can unmute and speak.
I don't know who this person is. Yes. Please go ahead.
How to switch on the video. So I am Dr. Poonam. I had shared few days back that how
Ma'am will be joining as a panelist.
of what I'm doing in holistic health care that I offer to other places like where there is a cleaner environment, there is more inspiring environment for people to come and take my services, etc. So just yesterday, one doctor called me who's offering similar health modalities, and he has retired from his main job in a hospital, and he's now into regenerative medicine, which is also what I offer. And so he is coming to meet me today. And in the morning meditation session that we just finished, I was inviting him in my life to offer his services in the same spirit, the way I like to, kind of expression or the kind of emotion with which we want to serve, like a seva. Like, I mean, we are treating the sick and the people who are wanting to get better, and the feeling of compassion and real service. So because I have never worked with anybody in that capacity, at the same level, like as a senior doctor. But my clinic needs that. And if I have to move away, then there has to be someone very responsible to be taking that role in my absence, in my physical absence. So I was visualizing him and me together, completely dissolved, in the whole infinite presence that we live in. And I was creating that possibility in my mind and in my visualization that he would be that kind of. I've never met him, so this is the first time I'm going to meet him. I just had a chat with him yesterday. So I was creating that possibility already, and that he would be that person who would just merge with the kind of environment we want to continue to, prevail, which the clients like it very much. They feel very comfortable. They feel very invited even when they come the first time. Also, they feel completely at home, and that's how we want to continue. So a person who has to be there, also in that capacity, has to have that kind of a offering. So this is what was very, very, very beautiful when I saw him. I think he would be that person who would just merge with the whole offering that we make. We don't call it a clinic, we don't call it anything else, but just an offering, that is much needed. So it was very beautiful. And this is what I learned from my practice of meditation, to make these possibilities. Thank you.
Awesome. Good to hear from you, Punamji. Amazing experience.
Yes. Rakesh, you have been there recently, and it was so wonderful to have the whole team there. It was really a blessing. And yesterday only I had a detailed meeting with my team to teach them the value of meditation more and more, and how they can achieve from, doesn't matter where they come from, but how far they can go is absolutely infinite. Anybody, no matter how their education or their background or their learning so far, but how far they can go with this practice and learning is totally infinite. So it was very beautiful having you all there. Thank you for that. It was a blessing. And thank you to Chandra sir.
Absolutely. Thank you. I think you said very beautifully about wanting to give this as a service. Once we experience that oneness, once we feel that okay, everything is one, then it's only a service that matters, because nothing is transaction.
Yes. 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 Thank you.
So, amazed to hear your experience. I'm sure whatever that you have, that's what will happen. Sure, you'll find the right people to support you in this journey.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have
Okay.
2 questions in Q&A. The first one is, sir, how to be unbothered by negative people at the workplace, the one who always gossips about small things?
Simple answer, meditation. More meditation is basically, we get bothered because we get influenced by somebody else. But the moment we become aware about that, I am not influenced, or I'm not created based on somebody else's speech or whatever. The 4 agreements, for example, understanding that. Don't take anything personally. Don't make any assumptions. 2 beautiful agreements if you can have. We already spoken about these 4 agreements. Please read that book. Because when we are getting bothered because we agree to what others are saying, now we have to make an agreement that we don't take things personally. Now that agreement we can do when we become present, when we are aware of what is bothering us. Okay.
Yes. The next question is, good morning. I'm not sure if this is a relevant question, but how to overcome the emotional pain created by someone very dear and near, and the situation created is really impacting many persons of the family. Any particular thought process we need to develop?
We spoke about this in every situation is for our learning. It's not the other person doing something to us. It's about what is it that as a group, there is a learning as an individual when there is something that you can take from that situation. There is a group learning that happens when things are experienced as a group. There is a group learning that can happen. Especially anything that is emotionally triggering is something that is coming from our deep experiences in the past. So we have to recognize and see, reflect on what is it that I need to learn. Meditation will help you to ask that question and get an answer. Reading Conversation with God is another book. I'm sure we have repeated multiple times. I'm sure Chandra sir or whoever comes would have spoken about this book at least once. Help significantly understand why we attract certain relationship. Every relationship is a mirror to what we have to learn and experience. So we look at it both as an individual and as a group. Family, if it is close family, then again, it's something that is always we attract as a group. So it always helps to bring family together and meditate. When you have some conflicts, when you have some challenges or difference of opinion, having families come together and meditate will help align and learn from that situation. Okay.
Yes, sir. Mm, We have another question like, Sir, Namaste. Is a soul planned to experience as a differently abled person in the next incarnation? How it is?
Yes, everything is we choose as an individual, we choose as a group. Many times people choose to have different ability, not just for their own learning, but for others to learn too. It will help them to learn about compassion, how to be compassionate. A lot of times we see somebody mentally challenged, but they have chosen so that others can learn and experience by working with them. So people, caregivers, whom we call as caregivers, they need meditation because the moment they understand this whole process, then they learn to become more compassionate. There's a lot more learning that happens. So we choose certain experience for ourselves, but as well as something for our immediate group. Please read this book, Soul Plan, by Robert Schwartz. It's a beautiful understanding of how, before we take a birth, we choose different situations as an individual and as a group. We choose our parents, we choose our environment. That's why he says the spiritual scientific mindset. There's a higher intelligence. This whole intelligence is working beautifully. Nothing happens by accident. Everything is designed so that there is maximum experience and maximum learning for everyone. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Thank you so much.
We have past our time. If there are no questions, we can close. Otherwise, we can have a short break and then come back for more questions.
Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what it does.
Okay.
Joy fills every...
Yes, Nidhi madam.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for today's wisdom. It was really needed. Yeah.
How's been your practice and how's meditation helping you?
It's going good, sir. Right now, you just mentioned about family doing meditation, and it was I was trying to bring my family into meditation, and with Chandra sir's guidance also. And this 40 day, it's been a blessing. I'm meditating with my family this 40 day. So. Yes, it is possible, and it's very great feeling.
Wonderful.
Yes, sir. I was
I
trying.
big satisfaction when our family starts practicing meditation with us, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes, sir. And I'm feeling the change in the energies too.
Wonderful. This one I think is having some challenges.
With Chandra, Sridharan ma'am.
Yes, Chandraji.
Hi, Rakesh ji. It's so nice seeing you and hearing you. You're so clear. I felt so happy. Second time, like a revision from yesterday, from whatever. The question, I had two things. One, I'm going to ask you later about the reincarnation, the karma theory, whatever. And the first one is one person was asking you about the relationship, how in the family it's something creating this thing, we don't know how to do it. You said it, that's good meditation. But the wisdom note 27 of Chandra sir exactly talks about how to deal with the relationship, either in any setting. That is, it's like the relationship, once we, through the meditation only, we are able to get the intelligent quotient. That's understanding that our own, we have to go and check that we are reflecting ourselves in others. So when I say that they are doing something wrong, so that comes to me, and I am, instead of saying it, the meditation helps you to understand your own consciousness, how you have the same thing. They are just mirror effect of you in the relationship. So when we think about it, then slowly, you feel like it becomes relationship once. Some of the things, mostly the forgiveness and mutual love, compassion, all these things automatically comes. So we will forgive them, some relationship, even if we are together. I think most of the office setting, that way is, I felt it is a great thing to work with, because we can't be reforming the whole world. We can reform ourselves. That's what some guru masters are telling. It's hard to reform anybody else. So instead of showing our anger or frustration or depression to other person, I felt like I can see what is the problem in my thinking, because unless I have the similar things in me, I can't attract that kind of people. I don't know. That's the way I feel. And that 17 thing, the 27th wisdom note was
Yes, Chandra.
excellent.
Yes, absolutely.
Ah,
Everything is a mirror. Our relationships are a mirror to our own inner emotional triggers.
mm-hmm.
So it's an opportunity for us to learn from it.
Learn. Okay.
Everything that comes up and that is something that triggers deeply
Yeah.
is a point at which, because there's something that in the past that you have not let go. Something that was there, maybe you had some deep experience where you are holding on to that emotion. So you want to let go of it. It's these relationships come to help you recognize what is happening within you. So absolutely.
And you brought a good point. It makes you understand where you stand, how you are able to understand or assess your situation, how do you respond to it. But it's not going to be the full. That is, along with all our 4 agreements and all these things comes through the meditation. I think it is easy to have some kind of relationship with each one to tackle. But I was thinking of some of my life situation with family members, how that is handled and stuff. Now I will do it differently. If my husband were here, I would deal it differently instead of. Okay, now another good. Thank you, Rakesh. You touched some light on it. I have to write it differently. I want to ask you this karma theory, the reincarnation. Usually, I always, in India, everywhere in the families, if something bad happens, I will say, no, last birth karma. We did something wrong, last birth, that's what it is coming. But I haven't heard anybody giving a positive attribute to that karma, that you must have had some good thing not others, even our own self. I am asking, why should, if anything happens to us, we don't think about immediately relate that to the past life. I was there, how do I know? I did this or I don't know. This is like, you said it, when you said it, it's like a beautiful story to me when you say it, nicely explained. I'm able to see some, but when I think of it, if I am in some situation, challenging thing which I didn't expect, then how do I know this is the price I am paying from last birth? This is the karma, not the
It's not a
punishment.
price.
No,
It's not a
yes.
price that we pay.
You said no punishment. And okay, sorry, I did the
It's
wrong
not a
word.
price that we pay,
Mm.
but it's an experience you want to have. That's why we are attracted to it. Because there is something that we learn through the process or plain and simple experience it. So we choose that experience for either to enjoy that experience or to learn from it. It could potentially have come from the past. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
But if there is something that's come from the past, then we know there is some learning from it, and we learn whatever that we have to learn. Learning is what we want to be forgiving, we want to forgive, we want to
Yeah.
let go, we want to be grateful.
Yeah.
These are the learnings. When there is a lot of abundance, then we also be grateful. We are grateful in situations where there are challenges, because that opportunity is coming to us to learn.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the moment we learn, then we have let go, then we have broken that cycle. So then we are moving fast and to find new experiences.
That's very true. Yeah. That's the way we can take it and learn from that experience. From the,
Yes.
at least. Will it change our course of action? So I will say, okay, no, I don't want to do this wrong. Like I'm going to later on, not the punishment and reward. What I'm saying is, will it work in our consciousness?
Absolutely. When we have a learning, that means we won't ever do the same thing again. Because there is a deep learning. When there is an experience, there is a deeper learning. That means we will never do that again.
Okay, yeah, that's the thing. I like that.
Ultimately, that's the whole point, right? Because it's like this. If I don't learn what I was supposed to be learning in 10th grade, then I'll go back and repeat it. But I've learned everything that I was supposed to be learning, then I just move on to the next grade. For whatever reason, you move without learning, because during COVID, everyone were cleared. But then at some point in future, you'll again face a situation to learn from it.
That is true, yeah. Excellent. I feel comfortable now with that concept. Thank you,
Hey,
Rakesh.
thank you. Always a pleasure
Thank you.
having these discussions. Okay, so thank you, friends. We'll continue our journey. I think final for 10 days. But tomorrow we'll come back for another topic and continue our practice. Our team in Iowa, US is, doing an amazing job organizing this regional conference of meditation leaders. So anyone you have in your connections network, You can, in US, please, have them attend this conference. The amazing set of speakers who are coming, and those who not understood about meditation, they will have a significant shift once they join this conference, right? So thank you, and
Rakeshji, are you here already?
I'm still in India.
Oh, okay. I thought you were here.
Yes.
That's good. We'll see everybody.
Sure. Thank you, Nidhi, madam. Will you
Yeah.
close?
Yes, sir. Thank you, friends. Join the book club. It starts at 8:15 a.m.
Process. I allow spirit to do what it does. Peace fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what it does. God fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what it does. God fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive.